A husband in some part of India might be kissed faster than my barber took time to ruin my haircut. And if you have seen my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. शादी के बाद तुम मेरे सब कुछ हो turns into तुम मेरे FIR में हो. One wedding, 2 selfies and 3 news reporters later, the husband disappears like common sense on Twitter. At this point, husbands are not afraid of getting divorced. They are afraid of getting rat poison next day in their paranthas. And how can I forget the best part? The society watches it like a Netflix drama. Wife ne mara must be something he did. Probably he didn't buy her pani puri. Engineers wear helmets and husbands need body cams now. And if you think I'm exaggerating, wait till you hear what happens behind those happy couple Instagram reels. Because this isn't about love. This is actually about how post-marriage horror stories are getting normalized and even worse, conveniently ignored. पहले शादी में सिर्फ हाँ चाहिए होता था. But now, does this comes with legal protection? Husbands are actually googling prenups faster than their honeymoon packages. And this isn't about fear of commitment. This is a fear of not turning into a cautionary WhatsApp forward. From Dulhan leke aaya to ambulance le jaya. This is a short and deadly transition that no one wants to be a part of. Earlier, love marriages used to be a rebellion. But now, it's like if you're signing for an Indian crime files, Dulhan edition. From Rishta Pakka to Rip Pati Dev. You start wondering whether these wedding bells are funeral drums in disguise. And society at the worst is just watching. And don't get me started with the media bias. When a husband dies, media acts like it's reviewing a pothole story. Cold, shivery, and no one really cares about. He must have done something becomes the national analysis. Everyone is talking about it. Everyone is putting their assessment on board. He must have done something. He must have not taken her out on a date. He must have not taken her out for a pani puri, or he must be abusive. Without legal statements or even technical assessments, people are putting up their thoughts on the table. Equality का मतलब ये तो नहीं कि one gender gets stabbed and the other gets soft-hearted sympathy reels on Instagram. No, when sympathy has a gender, justice doesn't stand a chance. Justice is not feminism and selective outrage is not equality. Let's analyze a scenario. Let's reverse the genders. What if a husband slowly poisons his wife? Then 24/7 news channels burst into outrage. Anchors are yelling on the TV and we see just the screen of their yelling mouths. But if a wife does it, the husband must be in pressure. He must be a victim of survival. Bro, he didn't forgot his anniversary. He forgot to survive. Silence isn't about equality. He hits her. He must be a monster. She hits her. He must be in pressure, in stress, must have done something, That's not awareness. That's not awareness. That's narrative manipulation. We say happy wife, happy life. But at what cost? Men are also told to compromise, survive, and take their responsibilities upon their head, even when they're emotionally battered and physically harmed. When they talk, they are toxic. When they leave, they are irresponsible. Basically, until you die, you are wrong. This isn't marriage. This is a performance, a lifetime performance. They are expected to die, to end their life like background dancers, unnoticed. Basically, society loves men when they provide, they earn, they protect. But as soon as an issue comes from their side, society turns their heads, turns their eyes. See, let me tell you one thing. I am not a feminist. Doesn't mean that I don't support equality. But what I believe is when we are supporting equality, I can't follow a word that actually has feminine in it. So this is the irony that I'm talking about. If I want to support equality, I have to follow a word of choice, a word of definite meaning, equal, equality. How can you expect something to be equal when it itself has feminine in it? It's not about bashing women. It's about acknowledging that men can be victims too. It's about taking a stand against the idea that one gender bleeds in silence where the other gets national sympathy. If we are serious about equality, we need to listen, talk, and support, and most importantly, protect each and every victim. This isn't about fighting against genders, men versus women or boys versus girls, which we are told even from the schools. Because if we do this, this will only put money in the pockets of the people that lie higher in the social pyramid. You know, it's like a fairy tale turning to a witch story, and that too a very short transition. Like, you know, you have seen that circus, they just put a curtain and in 2 seconds the scene turns up. In the very starting, it's like a fairy tale, you know, gifts, roses, love. And after marriage, in a short transition, there is FIR, lawyer, police. Many people dream of getting a soulmate, and in return, they get a true crime file episode. Well, in both the cases, they are kind of popular. And if you think you can track them easily, no. You can't track them easily. They have so much mask on their face, they are disguised, and you may be too humble to track them. From Dulhan to detective, it's a 1 second transition, and you, my friend, will always be a human, not a Netflix episode that changes the entire story in its last episode. And why no candle marches for the husband, for the men? If a man dies, from the society point of view, it is assumed that he deserves it. Like justice, like karma, just unburned in his house a week ago. The time is not far when you will start getting dreams about a lady, your wife, taking a knife in her hand and running behind you, running for you. They say marriage is about union of souls, but now it sounds like much of a gamble of life. And if you don't speak now, the next wedding dance may become the next crime scene. And if you don't fear any of it, you don't find issue in any of it, congratulations. You, my friend, are part of the problem.